What is going on, everybody? Today we are going to be talking about a season pass, leveling it up, how to do it. I've only been working on mine for about a day and I hit 45 really quick, and there's a particular method that I've been using. You can do the seasonal manhunt, but what I like to do is be efficient, right? So if I'm going to farm, if I'm going to level up, I want to do it fast, but I also want to be able to get good loot. So I always play on my world is heroic, but there's something else you need to do. So we want to go to global settings, and then you want to go to global difficulty, make sure that's on heroic. If you can't do heroic just yet, then do challenging. It's going to be a little bit easier. So now that you have that set up, right, you have right there, you want to go to the global directives. And what we're going to do here is we're going to turn all of them on. Yes, turn them all on. Don't worry about what they say, like the one that says you start with nothing but pistol ammo, the one that the enemies use special ammo, the one that causes your skills to go on cooldown. Don't worry about that, because the build I'm going to be running is going to be that skill build that you guys should have seen that I put out a couple days ago. Now, the main thing behind this skill build is you want to run 2 turrets. You want to run a regular turret that you put up, and then you want to run the drone, assault drone. Now, if you have a build set up right, your cooldown time on these are going to be pretty quick. And what that means is the one that causes one skill to go on cooldown, you'll have it back, worst case, probably like 15 seconds. And that's going to be on the high end side. But if you want to see this build, I'll put a link to it in the very top, so you can click on it and go check that out. If not, go to my TU10 builds. But yeah, this is the build that I use to farm this, and it's pretty simple. Now, I do go a little bit more on the aggressive side with glass cannon. If you want to be more on the safe side, you might want to run something like unbreakable, and you'll still be able to do this pretty quick. So what we want to do is make sure we focus on the activities alone. Only the activities, right? Now, if you do get convoys, you can focus on those. If you get the aerial recon, the one that flies above, you can focus on that too. Those all give you a little bit more XP. But ideally, the activities are going to be really fast for you to take care of. Like sometimes you can knock these out in about 2 minutes each. The longest part is going to be running from one to the other. But what you're going to notice right here, look, I just cleared one out, right? So I just cleared one out. We're going to grab the key. We're going to grab the loot. So you always get loot. You get loot for clearing it. And if you're lucky, it might actually be even something that you want to farm. But the reason why I like the Washington Monument area is because it's a big circle and it tends to drop a lot of stuff here. So I got the loot, and then we're going to look at the map right now. Once we look at the map, look how close the next one's going to be. The next one is right next to us, and then look at all the ones that are spawning. And as you continue to clear these out, more and more will continue to spawn, as long as you don't take out the level 4 control point. Make sure you do not take out that level 4 control point at the Washington Monument. Make sure you leave it red, and that's going to allow the system to continue to spawn more and more activities. So make sure you do not take out the monument. Now, while you guys are using this build, make sure you let your turrets do the damage, right? You want your assault drone, you want the turret to do most of the damage. Sometimes you can set it up in one spot, go to another spot, but they're going to be doing a lot of the damage. And since you're not going to have any armor kits, because you don't get them until you fill up your special ammo, right? Until you fill up that little column on the left that shows when you're going to get special ammo. Because of the directive, you want to make sure you stay in cover and then just focus on these guys. But you're going to see how quick you're able to drop them, as long as you have these nice turret and assault drone build. It will be easy. Now, you can do this with a 2-man group. I would recommend no more than 2-man groups. That way you can get through these pretty fast. Like 2 of you guys could probably do this really good if you guys both have really solid skill builds, and you can just run through this. When you are playing solo, remember, you do have a high chance of dying if you're running the glass cannon. Now, if you want to run unbreakable and still do the same build, you guys can, and to give you a little bit of wiggle room to make mistakes. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, I do die doing this route, but when I am efficient and when I am dropping these enemies quick, it goes by fast, and I can level up really quick. And this was the fastest way that I found out that was fast for me, and I felt like it was a great way to share it with you guys, because a lot of people were asking. Now, another great thing about this, I'm going to tell you, is when you do those public execution and you rescue those hostages, they have a chance, well, they will give you a bounty, right? But they have a chance of giving you a bounty that's in your same area. So what I do is I'll grab it, and if the bounty's in the Washington Monument area, like this one, I'll do it. Now, if it's too far away, I'll just go over it and abort it, and I'll just do those. Now, the great thing about doing these bounties is they give you a lot of XP. You can almost level up one time by completing one of these bounties, because it just gives you so much XP, and it could do a full one level by completing these. That's why I only do the ones that are close, because obviously if I have to run too far and I could just do 2 activities in the meantime, it's good. But yo, look at the amount of XP that we get. It's pretty impressive. This bounty gave us 660,000 XP, so almost 200,000 more than just doing an activity, right? And it's about what, 770,000 XP. And of course, I probably got some XP from killing enemies. So obviously that all adds up. So you could, like I said, you could almost level up one time by just completing these bounties that you're able to pick up. Another tip I'm gonna give you is if you do die, like right here, I made a mistake, right? I ended up jumping out. There is a safe house that you can spawn at right down here. And then once you spawn into that safe house, what you can do is you can go fast travel to Tidal Basin, which is gonna be right next to that big circle we were doing, right? We fast travel to Tidal Basin, and once you're there, all you gotta do is turn around and just do the circle over again. And most likely, what I've noticed is when you do die, a lot of times, depending on how many activities you cleared, you're probably gonna have one right in front of you. And that happened to me quite a few times. There was a territory control point right in front of me, right where I even died. So yeah, this is the method I've been using. There's just a lot of good activities here. Sometimes you get the elite activities will give you more XP, but this general area right here is my go-to. And anytime I die, I go to Safe House, Tidal Basin, rinse and repeat, and do this over and over and over. And for me, I need to grind because I want to do the raid on Tuesday. So I wanted to be able to get a couple, I'm going for level 55, which I should have knocked out tomorrow, and then I'll just keep farming for the pieces, and whatever I can get in the meantime I will. But I just wanted to show you guys, if you guys are looking to level up this season pass just to get to 55 like me to get the mantis, well, this is an easy way to do it. Just do that circle, make a nice skill build. Yes, create a nice skill build, and you guys should be a-okay to do this. Let me know what you guys think is your favorite route. Now, I know a lot of people, they like putting the lower difficulty because they can farm these a lot quicker. But to me, I want to have the best chance to get better rolls, right? So I'm going to do it on the hardest difficulty. I will have all the global directives on, and that'll give me a chance of getting good rolls, right? Rolls on my gear, and then I'm getting the XP, and hopefully I can level up this season pass a lot faster. But I want to know, what is your favorite way to level up to complete the season pass? I know some of you guys might already be completed with this. If I would have started this on day 1, I would have been done on probably day 2. I've been playing a lot of different games. As you guys have been seeing, I'm currently finishing up The Last of Us 2. As soon as I finish with that, I'll be diving into another game. But right now we have the raid on Tuesday, and I found a team I want to be doing it with. So I think on Tuesday we will be live streaming that. Pretty sure. Now, it's probably going to be on YouTube versus Twitch, as I kind of moved away from Twitch. Or maybe I changed my mind last minute, but I will keep you guys updated when we do go live. But if you guys want me to stream on YouTube, let me know. If you want me to stream on Twitch, let me know. But I'm leaning towards YouTube, as this is where most of my content is. And since I like doing special streams, I don't stream all the time, but when I do something special, like going for PlayStation 4's World's First, we're trying to go for World's First, but most likely probably go for consoles World First. We'll see what happens. But let me know if you would rather me stream on YouTube or Twitch. And if you guys have any questions about Title Update 10 builds, any changes from Title Update 10, I have been playing this recently, and like I said, I just got back into the game. I've been doing the season pass for about a day, and you can see how far I got. So I know if I would have started farming strictly for the season pass, I could have done it easily in one day. I probably could have got all 100 levels within a couple hours, but I wasn't really trying to farm for that until I realized that I want to get the mantis before the raid. So yeah, but we're gonna wrap up this video here. Yeah, this is the way that I've been farming these levels, and if you stick to this, you should be able to knock it out pretty quick while still getting good rolls, getting good gear, and hopefully you can get some of those god rolls you've been looking for, because you are doing with all directives and on the hardest difficulty. I will see you guys in the next Division 2 video. If not, I'll see you during the live stream for the raid. But until then, nothing but skills out.